adventurers? It's Phil from the Florida Adventurers, and today's quick tip is a throwback. So we are going to do another aluminum can stove, but I'm going to show you how to make a really cool, super efficient one out of 2 bottles. Alright, so let's get started here. Just clean some of this crap up, and let me get this knife out of the way. Alright, so for starters, we're going to go ahead and set our can down, and we're going to measure from the bottom up. So from the bottom of the can up, you want to try to measure just under 2.5 inches. Then flip the can over, and you're going to cut right under the ring here, so make a line there, and then you want to actually measure up about 1.5 inches to where the flare edge starts as the can starts to taper upwards. Now my method for the next part is a little unorthodox. I like to put the can all the way up here on my lathe. Close enough. And I'm going to go ahead and make my mark there and on the flange. And those are three spots that I'm going to go ahead and make my mark. And there you go. Now I've got a nice score line, and I can go ahead and start cutting. Now with that score line taken care of, I can go ahead and start cutting the can. Try not to dent the can. And there we go. To get the top part of the can, I'm going to cut right up along that line and get right to the score line. See if it'll let me tear. If you're very careful after putting in that score, I can tear perfectly along the score line. There we go. Check that out. It's kind of fun to start with a real nice cut top like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rim. Snapped right on the score line, and boom. There we go. Alright, now, at this point you go in, and you can make 4 little cuts. Cut out 4 little triangles. And there you have it. 4 little cuts. Nice little round top. It's going to fit neatly right inside of here. Boom, look at that. Perfect. Alright, so measuring from the bottom, right there, we'll go 1 3/4 inches, which is roughly right about here, and we're going to put it back on the lathe. Nice and tight. Get my box cutter. And there you go. Now here's a crucial step. Make sure you drill a vent hole right in the back of your die. If not, this next step won't work. So this is the cool part. Basically, if you don't have a shop press or anything like that you can use, you can actually take a jack, a floor jack, or a regular car jack, and use the weight of your vehicle and the jack to go ahead and press your pieces together and create your die, which is pretty awesome. Once you've created your die, you can flip it over and use your die to create your rolled lip. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drill 8 holes all the way around. You want to make sure to not puncture all the way through, but just lightly do enough to get through the aluminum. 1, 4, go in between. 5, 8. Awesome. So you can see I kind of crushed my rolled edge just a little bit, but it's alright. Doesn't make much of a difference. Now it's time to test it. So we have stove. We have some alcohol. I know this isn't really the best to use, but it's all I've got sitting around right now. So we're going to use it. There it goes. Got some on the table. And see what happens as it heats up. There it goes. Oh wow, they all went at the exact same time. That was awesome. Pot on top. Make sure the plastic handle's not in front of anything. Wow, that is awesome. Alright, I think it's still going. Pour some agua in there. So obviously, guys, I'm not timing this. This isn't an official camp pot or anything. This is my new little frying pan that I found to bring out with me in the woods. And this is pretty cool. I definitely like the way that it's cooking, even with a little wind. They all relight, they all ignite really quickly. So this is pretty awesome. I like it. I really do. So check this out. Matter of seconds, literally, that it took me to try and film the flames that were coming off this thing. It started boiling the water in that pot, which is pretty freaking awesome. Sweet. So thanks Intenseangler for the tips. This is probably the best little penny stove that I've ever built. We've built them out of beer cans and stuff before, and we've had little travel kits, and none of them have ever worked as good as this one does, especially for as quick and easy as that was to build. Even though I made mistakes, it's still working better than any I've ever had. So this one, especially since it's a Mountain Dew can, is going to be a gift for my little cousin AJ when he gets to come out with me for the first time and go out in the woods and see what it's like to be a Florida adventurer. So I'm going to get rid of this boiling water because I'm bound to hurt myself, and we'll see you guys on the trails.